It's coffee time. I've been feeling like I need to clear my throat all day. I hate that feeling. I also hate the feeling when you think there's something in your mouth or like a hair in your mouth, but there's nothing there and you're just like, and you're just messing with your mouth all the time. Because that's never something you want to be caught doing. Just like, That's me every day. Every day in public. I'm just like, nobody look at me. And inevitably somebody does and asks what's wrong with you. And you have to say, well, I'm pretty sure I swallowed a bug. But it still kind of feels like the bug is in my mouth. So I'm just, just checking to make sure the bug's not there. And then they go, and you go, that's why you should never ask me questions. Hi, everybody. Today was pretty good. Today was a pretty good day. There were a couple of sad things that happened at work. Just like there's a lot of stuff that's changing, and it's like bumming me out a little bit, but I still love working there. It's just, change. Things change, and I'm like, why does that gotta change? I don't understand. So, yes. Perfect. So that was, that's what kept it from being a great day. But also, I had something scheduled for tonight, which is why I had to leave my my live stream. My live stream? Oh my god, what's happening to me? That's why I had to go from my live stream today. I went from 3 to 7, but I was supposed to leave at 6. Anyway, so it wound up getting canceled, the thing that I was leaving for. And I was like, okay, I could either go back and live stream again, or I could work on other stuff. So I decided it would make more sense for me to work on other stuff. So I'm like writing scripts and everything, and stopping to eat, and then I get a text from somebody who's like, hey, what are you up to tomorrow? I was like, well, I'm doing Friend Zone. They're like, I don't think you're doing Friend Zone, actually. It's like, what? Everything's changing. I was like, why wouldn't I be doing Friend Zone? And they're like, well, because, everybody's setting up for E3. They're trying to figure out what to do for E3, so I think it got canceled this week. And I was like, really? So then it turned into me texting everybody, like anybody I could think of, just being like, do we not have Friend Zone tomorrow? And we don't. So I'm really jazzed because I love Friend Zone. But this means that I can record a bunch of Welcome to the Fandoms because I have a bunch written now. So I'm just like, I can record all of those. Maybe I can go to the junkyard, which doesn't sound super exciting, but it's really exciting to me. I'd love to go to the junkyard tomorrow and edit some stuff and, do all the things. That's what I want to do tomorrow, is all the things. I'm so grateful that this week turned out to not be nearly as crazy as it was supposed to be. Because I was like, man, coming back from the hiatus, having a week that's like super packed, like all the way through the day with my stuff and then all night with other stuff. And then winding up with way more free time than I was going to have before E3 week and Portugal. I was like, thank goodness. Thank you, universe. I appreciate you so much. I'm still trying to figure out who is going to have coffee with us on Saturday. I asked Holly, so we'll see if she's free. If not Holly, I'm waiting for Jeannie. Because Jeannie, have I told you guys that Jeannie's moving? Can't remember if I told you that or not. Jeannie's moving to San Francisco, and it makes me real sad. And I was like, we have to do a coffee time together before you leave. And she was like, you're right, we do. So I'm gonna wait until it's a bit closer to when she's gonna go, and then we'll do a coffee time together, and it'll be real sad or stuff. But I mean, it does mean that I have a reason to go to San Francisco. So there's that. I also found out that my lease isn't up for a month longer than I thought. I thought that my lease would be up at the beginning of August, but it's up at the end of August, which means I have more time to look for a place. Thank goodness. Because my mom kept being like, well, you should just wait until you're back from Portugal and then start looking real hard. And I was like, that's too late. That's too late. I have to move in July and we're getting back end of June. That's going to stress me out so bad. But now, knowing I have basically like an extra month, I'm like, oh my gosh, that means we can get back from Portugal and it works out perfectly to be looking for a place that I'm like, thank you. My landlady's so sweet. I sent her an email. It's like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be moving. You've been amazing. I love this apartment. I'm sad to leave. And she was like, oh. I never took advantage of all of the options this apartment held. Because she was so cool with, like, you can paint whatever you want. You can mount stuff wherever you want. Like, I did mount some stuff. I put up some pretty heavy paintings and things. But, like, I really wanted to paint this whole apartment, and I never did. I'm like, man, that's something that I need to jump on, like, real quick in my next place. It's just, before I settle in too hard, see if I can motivate myself to paint. I think that that would be good. Assuming that I have a landlord that lets me paint. Also assuming that when I go to Sam and say, hey Sam, I'm thinking that maybe the office should be the brightest possible orange, he won't say, absolutely not, you're crazy. I mean, that's a possibility. That might happen. I don't know. But, you know, maybe it won't. What on earth was that sound? It sounded like somebody was going, but like it was a vehicle. I was like, I'm trying to imagine what on earth that could have been. Anyway, sorry. It didn't sound like a motorcycle. It didn't sound like a car. There was a guy who was on like a normal bike, right? A normal bicycle. But it had a little motor on the back. And he was terrifying to me because I'm at, you know, the stoplight. This is on the way to work a couple of days ago, right? I'm at the stoplight. This guy's on his bike right next to me. And when he starts pedaling, the motor starts going. And it's really loud. And I was like, oh, that's a bike with a motor on it. Second thing that was terrifying about it was that every time we came to a stoplight, he would just keep going. He would like test the limits. He would keep going and then circle back, and then like pull out into the intersection a bit, and then circle back. And I was like, "You're gonna get hit! Are you crazy?" Like there are cars just like whizzing past, and he's just like, shoo, just almost sideswiping them. Oh my god! I was like, "Get out of here! Go on the freeway. I don't even care. I just don't want you near me. You are so terrifying." I thought it was so cool. Thought it was so cool with this motorized bicycle all pulling out into oncoming traffic. I was like, stop! But I haven't seen him since. So hopefully I never interact with him again. Do you remember the story a long, long, long time ago when I went into Starbucks and a homeless lady came in and stole my coffee and then ran out? Do you remember that? That's still like one of my favorite Starbucks stories ever. I was thinking about that the last time that I went to Starbucks. I was like, that's like a lightning sort of situation, right? Like that can't happen twice. Because I went into a Starbucks and there were lots of homeless people around the area. And I walked in and I immediately thought to myself, what if I got coffee and it was stolen by a homeless person again? That would be incredible. And now I'm waiting for it. It's like it's inevitable to me now. I feel like it's absolutely going to happen. Anyway. I'm gonna go. But I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I'll like talk to you again tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye. Mwah.